What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Element 305. I'm your host, Trone,
It's your cause, Gary.
and today we're here to talk about my favorite team, your favorite team, our favorite team, the Miami Heat. And finally, we are looking like the Miami Heat. Finally. Like it's been it's been an annoying one, but we're finally looking like the team that we're supposed to be we're supposed to be looking like. And so just we'll definitely get right into it. Um, with I know one of the things that I've noticed or that I've been noticing is the improved defense. We spoke about that last week, just when we were on that losing streak, just talking about what we weren't doing, and literally playing defense was the thing that we weren't doing. Um, so
Right.
what's like what on the defensive end specifically? Like what's some things that stood out to you? And I'll tell you like kind of what stood out to me.
Yeah, like first things first, like the effort.
Mm-hmm.
Effort is just like way different than it was throughout that six game
Mm-hmm.
losing streak we had. Um,
7.
Everybody
Yeah,
7, yeah.
7. Yeah.
We they look like, like the team, the
Mm-hmm.
Miami Heat that have been to the Eastern Conference Finals and the finals, they picking up for each other. They're
Right.
If somebody gets blown by, somebody else picks up and then they switch.
Yep.
Um, Even though it leads to a lot of mismatches throughout the game,
Yeah.
but at least like it shows they're trying. Like it's not like they just letting every team punk them or whatever.
Right.
Um, and it's Jimmy's now is looking more like a leader now.
Yep.
I guess it's like that meme that is going around Twitter, like
Like with the
in the
calendar.
beginning of
Yeah.
yeah, like the first third of the season is like Jimmy doesn't care about basketball, and then like
Yep.
halfway through, oh, is Jimmy
Yeah.
coming in? Like he's taking it serious, and then playoff time, oh, the reincarnation of Michael Jordan and
Yeah,
stuff like.
facts. Nah, that's
But
facts though.
they've been playing very good. Though.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's been like the team defense. Like it's not even one specific, one specific person necessarily that's changing it. And I think what helped with this whole thing, like with this change, was like that film session that they had that they kept talking about, where they didn't even practice. Like they just sat and watched film. And I think obviously us as fans, like we watch the games and we like, yo, like these dudes are playing lazy. Like these dudes are playing terrible. And
Yeah,
I guess with whoever their video coordinator is now, like I forget his name, but I guess like he, compiled something for them to show that like look what y'all doing. Look at y'all body language. Like y'all not playing together. Y'all not playing for each other. And you can definitely tell that after that, there was a switch, like a light switch. And I think from last week, we're like right now sitting at like 3-1, maybe 4-1, I think, with the Spurs win. So clearly there was something that helped get them back on path. And, along with that too, like I know when we first got Terry Rozier, he wasn't like, you know, he's been playing good. Like you can't even say he hasn't been playing good. He's been playing really well. It's just that his scoring wasn't catching up to everything else that he was doing on the court. Kind of with his defense, his playmaking, just his hustle and hard work. And on top of that, the threat that he could go off for 30 like any given night. Um,
right.
and for me personally, like just seeing him play, like just seeing how fast he plays, just seeing how like quick he moves, with the basketball, and like how quick he can get to the rim and like finish layups and everything. It's extremely like refreshing to see that coming from our starting point guard, because that's essentially what he is. Technically, we don't even have a starting point guard, but
Yeah,
Terry Rozier is that, like he is that starting point guard.
yeah, and that's like what he brings to the team is what we've needed from our starting point guard for so long. Like he doesn't even have to be like, the best playmaker on the team. It's
Mm-hmm.
just being able to apply rim pressure
Yep.
and find guys easily when they're cutting, or if he attracts somebody from the corner, or hit the open guy all the time.
Yep.
Like he brings that, and I've been seeing, like, his shots aren't falling,
Mm-hmm.
but like once those shots start falling, because it's like he's still getting adjusted from like that whole system being in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like he was always having to, either create for himself, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like a volume score or a rhythm score, right?
Yep.
And when he came to Miami, it's like, you gotta play within the system, get everybody involved and stuff like that.
Yep.
If somebody got it going, like, feed him, or like vice versa, like just get everybody involved. But and when he came to the team at the beginning, he's like, he was being passive,
Mm-hmm.
try to find everybody, get everybody involved.
Yep.
But now, like he's mentioned before, the team is allowing him to be more, to have more freedom and be himself.
Yeah.
And it's
Facts.
showing. It's showing. Even though the shots aren't falling, but it's showing. And once those shots start
It's gonna
falling,
be over.
oh wait,
Yeah. It's gonna be over.
we're gonna be a problem.
And what I noticed too, like just with these last couple of games, wins against Orlando, um,
Hmm.
Washington, the Spurs. The only game we've lost recently was against the Clippers, and even that was a good game. Like that was a good game. That was a close game. We just like kind of ran out of scoring, and I mean the Clippers are a really good team. Like so, it's not like we just like kind of blew a game or whatever, or like was blowing leads out here. Like the Clippers are a really good team. So even with that game, you saw the difference, and ever since that film session, like you've seen the difference. You've seen that Tyler is being more like tactical with his shots, and he's like literally 3 level scoring now, instead of just being a catch and shoot from the 3 point line. Like he's using every facet of his game. He's shooting threes. He's getting to the basket with that floater. He's getting to the rim, like laying the ball up. The only thing he's still not doing yet, which I mean, that's probably just gonna come with time, is like drawing fouls, which
Yeah.
he's just not good at that yet. And so yeah, Tyler's doing well. Bam hasn't been scoring like as much lately, but he also hasn't been taking bad shots lately. And he's still obviously doing everything. Like he's still guarding, that the other team's best player if need be, or the other team center, which is amazing and refreshing to see. Jimmy is playing how we expect Jimmy Butler to play basketball. Like he's playing at that level to where he's pretty much getting whatever he wants, and he's shooting like I think they're seeing like 55% from three, like in his last like 7 games. So this dude legit turned into a 3-point shooter, which is wild. Like
The biggest troll in the league when it comes to
OD.
that.
Like
That is
and
crazy.
and like the last person I kind of wanted to highlight too is Caleb Martin, because Caleb Martin is playing like how he was playing last year in the playoffs. Like he's getting to the rim, he's getting that one dribble step and getting past his defender, getting to the rim, finishing at the rim, dunking, just playing with high energy. Which is something that I don't think he was doing during that losing streak, or pretty much for most of this year. Like I think he was kind of trying to be the like the catch and shoot guy, or maybe it still has something to do with his injury that he suffered at the beginning of the season. Because remember, he missed a bunch of games before he actually started playing, and then he came in and turned into that 3-point shooter or whatever, just that catch and shoot standstill shooter, which is never going to be his game. His game, he's an athletic player. So you get the ball in his hand, you get him going to the rim, and with that, it stops people from actually um, guarding him and playing him so close, and now he is open for those 3-pointers.
Yep, and it's like now, you know, they took out Highsmith from the starting lineup, and
Hmm.
they're playing Caleb now.
Yeah.
It's like we now have like five um players that can put the ball in the basket at
Yep.
any time. Obviously, Bam it's not that consistent offensive threat, but he
Hmm.
could still get you a tough bucket here and there.
Yep.
But like everybody else, Tyler could hit tough shots. Jimmy could get to the line at any time. Master of drawing fouls.
Yep.
Terry Rozier is a bucket, and
Hmm.
then Caleb, if if he gets past you, it's gonna be tough to catch up.
Yep.
And at that point, you gotta pray that he miss or he get fouled. You feel me, or something like that. Um, but yeah, like we have our whole starting five now is a threat everywhere.
Yep.
Um, but obviously, like even though we have that bonus, the negative is the fact that we still a small team. So
Yeah.
um, any good team that has a tall front court is gonna be like it's gonna be tough to beat. So
Exactly. And then the Celtics, they had just traded for Xavier Tillman. Yeah, Xavier Tillman
yeah,
Jr. from Memphis. Um and he's a forward. So they already
mhm,
got Chris Stapps, they already got Al Horford, Jason Tatum's already tall. So they're like figuring out that, hey, we like have the size to match up against a lot of teams, period, especially those teams out in the West. Philly
mhm.
Philly just lost Joel Embiid for the foreseeable future. So I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. When on Christmas when we played them and Joel Embiid wasn't playing, you had Mo Bamba out there looking like Shaq. So I don't know if that's gonna be a long term thing for them. And tomorrow with or today when you guys are listening to this being the trade deadline, um, it's no telling what they may do. Like they may try to go pick somebody up to keep the momentum. Also, you have other tall teams like the Cavaliers. They're like number 2 in the East right now, and they have a big team. So, it we're not gonna keep getting away with, with this same like small lineup, but then it's kind of difficult because like who do we go after in order, like who are some realistic trades that we can go after to increase the size of our team but not have them being there being a waste of space. And one person
Yeah,
that does come to mind is and I seen it like a few mentions of it on social media, but it's Kelly Olynyk. Like he knows the
right.
system,
Yeah.
he can shoot, he can get to the rim, um and he would be the perfect power forward to play next to Bam. But aside from that, and that's if Utah wants to do business with us and like what their asking price is for Kelly Olynyk. But other than that, I'm not really sure of who is actually realistic to where it makes sense to even try to go after them and get them. Do you have like anybody in mind that you think or that you would like to see them go after, like that we would have a
Um,
realistic chance today, with the deadline ending?
from what I've seen, like you said, Olenek is one. I've seen mentions of Sadiq Bey going
Yeah, that
around.
would be a
I
good one
mean,
too.
like, I don't know how that would work. I mean, it would be tough. But I think the perfect player right now would from the ones available at
Hmm.
least, I would say Kelly Olynyk. I think that's the perfect like you said, he's been in the system before.
Right.
Um, we're probably gonna have to give up some decent pieces from my team. Like I'll probably
Which is
give
crazy.
out like Highsmith
Hmm.
and Jovic. Like I'm sorry for Jovic. Like I understand he's been trying to play for so long, but
Hmm.
like it just hasn't worked.
Right.
And at this point, like Miami's in like win now mode.
Yeah.
Um, I'm pretty sure they don't want to trade most of their future pieces, but like Jimmy is what like
4.
34,
Hmm.
35. and like this is the window right here. Everybody's getting better. We have to find a way to contend with those tall teams,
Right.
um, especially out in the West.
Right.
So
And with that too, like with another name that just came to mind and it may work. And I don't understand why we didn't try for this before, but somebody like PJ Washington, um, and Charlotte, like we've already done business with Charlotte. Um, it shouldn't be difficult to double back and like, hey, what would you guys want for PJ? Like PJ Washington, or they got another center over there, Nick Richards, too. He's pretty good, 7 foot, but he's more of a, from what I've seen, from the Charlotte games that I've watched, he's more of a traditional big as opposed to PJ Washington, who is a stretch big. Like he can rebound, but he can also like shoot very well from three. So him and Bam down there together would do enough, I think, to hold our own against other teams. Because if you put your actual big on a PJ Washington when he's at the 3-point line, then you leave Bam in the paint by himself to do whatever he wants to whoever your next defender would be. Um, so yeah, PJ Washington. I mean, I don't know if they double back on that, but maybe, hopefully. And with D Wade being part of the ownership in Utah, maybe he can use some of that influence to help us get Kelly Olynyk. Because I don't, honestly, I don't really see, like, I've seen the things with like the Dorian Finney-Smiths and who's the other dude from the Nets?
Royce
Royce
O'Neal.
O'Neal. Yeah, Royce O'Neal. But I don't really think a lot of teams in the East. I mean, I don't know. It depends on who's contending or who's not. I don't believe the Nets are contending right now. So maybe they do want to kind of, make a change to what they're doing out there, but we definitely need somebody. Oh, and another team, Indiana, another team I forgot about, where you have,
Obi Top
yeah,
and
yeah, and yep, Obi Toppin, because
yeah.
he probably lost his starting. And I don't watch Pacers games. I have not watched the Pacers game, so I don't know if I'm wrong. My bad. But Obi Toppin, he probably ended up losing his position in the rotation with the Pascal Siakam trade. And talking about teams that have bigs that might give us trouble, you got Siakam and Miles Turner. Miles Turner, he would be the perfect person to pair Bam up with. I know he just signed a new contract, so they probably not trading him anytime soon. But I think he would be perfect next to Bam because he's the type of player that can play the traditional like stretch five role. And then you just have Bam like play the power forward, like the traditional, what we know a power forward to be, the mid range, get to the rim type of player. Um,
Mhm.
so those are just players that I think would help us out. Players that would be great for us. I can't really think of like many other teams that would be willing to do business with us. And honestly, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, the Heat probably don't make any more moves. They'll probably wait till like the buyout market, see, who gets traded, who doesn't want to be where they were traded, and then just get the buyout market. And I mean, the buyout market has helped us like the last couple of years. We got Kevin Love on the buyout market, and Kevin Love has been uh, like great. He needs to retire on the Heat. Like he may not always give, like the production that you may be looking for, but when he's on the court and he's hitting his threes and he's getting rebounds, he blocks occasionally. So he needs to retire a Heat. But I don't know. We'll see what's gonna be left over, or we'll see if the Heat start making trades and stuff. Um, tomorrow. They might not. I legitimately don't know, but I do hope that there is a solution for a big, so that at the very least, when we're in these battles against Boston and Philly, if Embiid comes back, and um, Indiana, we're not just getting babied like in the paint. Like nobody wants to see that. But I do think
Yeah,
it's
and that's
something. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
that's literally like the recipe, like the 2020 Lakers had,
Mm-hmm.
where they were so versatile with their front court
Yep.
to where if they played small teams, they could run LeBron, AD, and if they played big teams, they could
Hmm.
have AD and Dwight Howard or
Yep.
AD JaVale McGee or like different combos like that. Like when you're able to contend
Hmm.
against any lineups
Yep.
or heights in the league, yeah, I think I have a pretty good chance getting to that championship,
Right. And
winning it actually.
another player too that I would think. I mean, he's on the East. He plays in the East too, so maybe it might not happen. But their team sucks. Is Kyle Kuzma.
Mm,
I know because
Kuz-
I think Kyle Kuzma. Like I've always liked Kyle Kuzma. I've always been a fan of Kyle Kuzma since he was with the Lakers. But I think Kyle Kuzma being in a contained environment or like an environment like the Heat, I think he would flourish. Like I think he's like 6'9", 6'10", or something like that. So he's a big body. He can shoot. He's streaky with his shots, but it's not like he's like super duper efficient. But he's very streaky. But I do think in that system, he can play well. And he's also a player, which players we need. He's also a player that's not afraid to like shoot the ball or not afraid to go to the rim or look for a basket. Um, like I said, I don't think Washington messes with us on that level, but also Washington isn't great right now. So, or look and see what Detroit what Detroit doing. Like, hey, y'all trying to get rid of somebody. But the hard part is that these teams all play on the East, and I don't think they're gonna like go out of their way to help the Heat or whatever for any reason.
If if somehow he becomes available, I'll take Marvin Bagley from the Pistons.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, that would be.
Oh, but he play. Actually, I lied. I forgot he plays for the Wizards now. But
He got
even
traded.
then, like, yeah,
They
he
traded
plays
him.
for the Wizards now. I
Oh,
completely forgot.
shoot. Yeah, I would have never
Uh,
known that.
but yeah, if he becomes available, I'll try to go after him. Yeah, Kyle Kuzma. I mean, Kyle Kuzma will be super tough because they're probably gonna ask for like half the team or
Yeah,
something.
facts. Yeah, yeah. He is like technically like one of their star players, like him and Jordan Poole. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's I mean, it's more just like a wait and see game. By the time y'all hear this, the Heat probably made a trade already. Or maybe they didn't, but when we
Most
come
likely
back,
didn't.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah. But hopefully we're wrong, but we're probably right. And when we come back next week, we can kind of talk about what's been happening with the team. And also next weekend actually is All-Star weekend too. So that should be pretty good. We got Bam Adebayo made the All-Star game. We got Jaime Jaquez Jr. He's in the Rising Stars challenge. And also he's in the dunk contest. So
Mhm.
that'll be good. I'm very interested to seeing that because I'm on record saying that I don't think he can like dunk like that. But I mean, apparently he can dunk like that. So I don't know. We gonna see though. We definitely gonna see.
Yeah.
And, seeing Bam in the All-Star game, that should be fun. Hopefully they like give him some burn. Doc Rivers is coaching,
He
so probably not. But
he's starting too, I believe, because Embiid is out. So
I thought they
I'm pretty
replaced.
sure he's starting.
Oh, that'd be great if he's starting. I hope so.
They replaced him with who they replaced him with?
It was Trey
Damn, it
Young.
was Trey Young and somebody else.
Yeah, and some other player. I forgot who the other
Oh,
player
and
was.
Scotty Barnes.
Oh yeah, Scotty
So
Barnes.
I'm pretty sure Bam will get to start.
Okay,
Um,
oh, that'd be good.
so
I like to see that. And speaking of teams that we might have to run into too, and this kind of be my last point. Um, it's not looking too good in Milwaukee. they not looking great. Um, yeah, it's not looking great in Milwaukee. So I am
yeah,
pretty confident. Oh, speaking of Milwaukee though, listen, if they trying to get rid of Bobby Portis, if they try to get
no.
rid of Bobby Portis, they not gonna mess with us though. I know that's not gonna happen. But
Yeah, but I was
no,
talking to my boy
mhm.
like yesterday. I was telling him I was like the East is pretty open right now. Like
Yeah, for sure.
um Boston is like if Chris Kristaps get hurt, it's over. Like
Yep.
it's over for them.
Yep.
And then for the Knicks, I still don't trust Julius Randle. Like
Oh,
Jalen
I
Brunson is
never
gonna get
will.
buckets.
And Jalen
Like
Brunson hurt too. I don't know if he played tonight.
oh
He's actually on my fantasy team too, so I would hope that he did play tonight. But I don't think he played tonight.
yeah,
Because he rolled
when
his
it
ankle
comes to
last night.
them, oh so yeah. I mean, but I'm just talking about like come playoff time. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna be healthy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Julius Randle, I don't really trust him to do much. And then their bench is I don't. It's not really scary to be honest.
Right.
Something that I gotta worry about. And then I mean the only person I would worry about is OG, but that's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Bucks are having issues, and they don't scare me.
Nope.
And then the
Neither do the
Pacers got
Cavs,
no.
honestly. Even though the Cavs been cooking lately, I'm not scared. The
Yeah.
Cavs don't. In a 7-game series, nah. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the Cavaliers.
Nah, yeah, and then the Pacers got no defense, so it's like I mean they got Siakam now, but still I don't think that's gonna be enough
Tyrese
to win.
Halliburton gonna
Like,
average like 25 assists.
yeah,
Bro,
that's
be
the only
cooking.
guy. But yeah, everybody else, like the East is pretty open right now. The
Mm-hmm.
only team I'm really worried about, to be honest, like fully healthy, is either the Knicks or the Celtics. Like those two teams
Yeah.
are. I mean, and those are basically the two teams we played
Yep.
last year.
Yep. Because
Even though they
Embiid,
picked up, yeah, Embiid is going.
I
Yeah,
don't think he's coming
Sixers.
back this season.
I mean, he probably come back, but at that point, it's like,
But
like
for
I'm not
what?
really
Like
worried about it.
at this point, if I'm Embiid, just take the year off. Like we know you nice. Like we know you. We know you was probably gonna win MVP again this year. Like we know that. So just go ahead, go home, heal. Y'all wasn't gonna win a championship. Like that wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, just heal, my brother. Like he's already off for 4 weeks. That's gonna put him into mid-March. And that's when he's reevaluated. Like that's not even coming back. That's his reevaluation. So season in mid-April, bro, just let it just relax. Come back next season. Come back next season stronger. Obviously, Embiid, that's one of my dream Miami Heat players. I feel like at some point in his career he'll make it to the Heat.
You probably get here when he's mad old, like we
Yeah.
usually do. Like Miami be picking up old ass stars. Like, come on, bro.
No facts. But yeah, the East, like you said, the East is wide open. The team is playing like we're definitely playing like a lot better than what we were playing the last couple of weeks. So that's really good to see. Hope the team keep it up. Hope we keep it rolling in until All-Star break so we can get a break. Everybody can heal up. I know we coming up, like we got another like a 3-game stretch where we play Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a nice test. See where we really at, like see what the team is really doing. Once again, hopefully we make a move, but by the time you guys hear this, we probably didn't make a move, but I'm hoping we do make a move. So yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're doing well. I just need us to keep up the energy, keep up the pace, the intensity, and everything, and we'll be fine. Like they take us through this. They take us through this song and dance every year. Like piss us off during the season. Playoffs come, they start balling out. So let's try to change that up. Let's ball out during the season and the playoffs. Like we'll be good. But yeah, man. So that's all I have. That's all I have. With the team, I'm excited to see what we have coming forward. You have anything else before we head on out of here?
Nah, yeah. Hopefully they maintain that defense, that effort that they're playing with.
Mhm.
And I mean everything is gonna fall into place. Like once we get that chemistry going more and
Yep.
everybody get used to how everybody plays more. I mean at that point everybody knows kind of how they play
Mm-hmm.
each other, but like once we get that consistency with the starting lineups, like we've had so many starting lineup changes, it's not even funny.
Yeah, facts.
Like once we get that consistency and all that stuff, I mean we could beat any team on the East. Hopefully, hopefully we can take another trip to the finals, bro.
Facts, and win this time.
Oh God.
Facts. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Check out our other episodes for videos that we have for the pod. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We'll holla at y'all next week. Peace.